Alright, so engine bay done. Has some dust still on it that needs to be cleaned up, but it's done. So been cleaning up a little bit, taking care of getting ready for doing this. Now the only issue I see here is I got to look at a few pictures of how other people have done it so I can utilize my 2-inch precisely how I need to. Also, I need to see what's on the engine, where I need to get to on the engine on each runner, because each runner I can't just fold this whole thing up and wrap. So I have to actually have some of these runners individual. This one will be individual. These two will be individual, and this one will be individual up here. So from about right here and up, they all have to be individual. Down here, they can all be together, but I'm trying to conserve as much as I can. So I don't know the best way to do this until I actually look at it. Because this header is different than the one back there for the driver's side. So, yeah, trial and error, but more of just doing it. So we're going to get to figuring out how to wrap this real quick, and then we'll come back to how to wrap it. Alright, so I think I figured it out. Let's take a look. So I'm going to wrap from here, doing all 3 of these all the way up to here. This one's going to go individual from there. This one is going to possibly start being paired with this one, and then this one's going to be individual from here on. So it's going to be 3 to here, individual to here, and then dual up here, and then individual here. Sounds confusing, but I think we can get it done. So yeah. So the first step is gloves. I'm not using these because these are too thin. I'll rip them. Second piece, wrap. You wet it. Don't soak it, but you make it damp. So once you do that, you cut it to length and you wrap it around until you feel it's where you need it. So you're going to watch me do this because I've done it like 2 or 3 times before, but I'm trying to conserve. So my other headers were a lot smaller. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it. So this kit comes with 50 foot of 2-inch, quite a few little ties, quite a few big ties, and directions and that. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get gloves on, dampen this with a squirt bottle or whatever, and then get to wrapping. All right, we got gloves, we got the wrap out, we got some water. So I'm just going to dampen this so it forms nicely. I don't want to waste too much of the water. It says you don't really want to soak it, you want to just dampen it because you don't want to submerge it in the water. Some companies say you can, other companies basically say don't do that. So got it in there, mush it around, get the water where we want it. Might need a little bit more water. But then what we're going to do is we're going to start out with, let's show you, this rung first. So this tube is going to start here and work our way up. We're going to start the furthest back we can, and with the wrap we're going to take and we're going to do a 45. We're going to cut all this excess off. We're going to do a 45-ish and start wrapping with this bent over and wrap it up. Then we're going to slowly pull it tighter and tighter and tighter until we get to the flange. And once we get to the flange up here, then we'll cut it, fold it over again just like that, and clamp it down. So we get a little bit more water and make sure this thing is wet enough, and then we're going to start. So so we got one done right here, one little section. Now we are going to work on these three. Actually, we're going to work on this, well, I don't know which way I want to go. I guess I'm going to start down here, work my way up to here, and wherever I bring together, which I guess is right here where the end of, or the beginning of the dual will go, and here will be the end of the triple and end up as a single. Yeah. So let's do this runner next. Alright, so I made a boo-boo. I went a little short. So this is going to be excess. This is just going to be for another runner, possibly for the other header. So I'm just going to figure this one out. Yeah. This was an issue because I really wanted it to go all the way up, but I had to stop here because it was just too short. So I'll wrap these three all the way up. And I may continue, I'm not sure. If I come off here and just keep going up this, I can integrate that, and then this will just, can use this little piece right here for just right here. But we're figuring it out. We've got 4 clamps on, we've got 2 runners almost done, and then we got these 3 to go. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a small clamp here, run that up, and be done with that. So this is too short. Hopefully I have enough, because I don't want to order more. So let's do this. Alright, so I'm covered in fiberglass, but we got it. I figured it out. I even used a little piece, and just this is all I have left. That's not too bad. So trial and error got it to where we are. Double did every single runner I needed. Even used some extra ones in here. May even use an extra one right here because I think I got one more left, just to make sure this doesn't fly up at all. But yeah, so hopefully it'll dry out good and snug up a little bit more when it dries out, because I stretched it as much as I could and came out with, I think, what looks like a decent header. So I want to put it on the engine just to see what it looks like. I gotta find my bolts because it's in a box in a Ziploc bag, and then I gotta hop on the other header and start messing with it and getting it done, so that once I get it done, I only have a few more components, and then we're slapping that in here, and then that's all she wrote. And then just putting components on it, and we're done. So yeah, I'm getting pretty excited because my engine's coming together. So let me get this other header done, and then we'll get back to it. Yes, that's the engine. Go on outside before the battery dies on this camera. Alright, so I got done. Here's one, drying in the sun. Here's the other, drying in the sun. Also cleaned up the alternator. It's not shiny. I want to repaint it, but that'll be a different day. So fiberglass heat wrap done. Engine bay done. Engine 99% done. So now all I gotta do is pop carb off, valve covers off, lift this thing up, throw this thing in, and hook everything up. But I have about 8 feet left of this fiberglass heat wrap. It was 2" by 50 foot, and I ordered 2 of them. They'll be in the link in the description below. Just knockoff brand, not DEI. So, but hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll hold. It's itchy. It's all over me. I'm shiny in different ways. So, yeah. So the next episode you see is going to be this lifting up and being planted back in the Camaro. Oh yeah. So stay tuned. Any questions, comments, or anything, put them down below. Give it a like if you liked what you saw, or just want to give me a like. So check out our Patreon. Check out Teespring for some shirts and stuff, and Instagram. So a lot of stuff goes on Instagram. But until next time.